Okay, so it's an interesting comment. Why is biopharma QbD so much more difficult than small molecule? On the surface, it shouldn't be. We're talking about the very same paradigm. We need to go from the knowledge space to the control space to the design space. The issue is in biopharma, we're dealing with living entities here. We're dealing with cell lines. And in today's day and age, I mean, cell lines are the tools we use to characterize our cell lines are pretty well established. The processes that we use around measuring the key elements of our product and our process are also pretty well characterized. But applying QbD as a holistic approach is layering on another structure on top of what has classically been used in product development for biopharma products, and that is a modeling exercise. We know that in order to bring a product to market in the biopharma world, it's going to require a huge capital investment at the commercial scale. Most companies don't do that unless you happen to be Genentech or Aventis or Novartis and you have the capacity and you have the facilities there. Very few people have $175 million to $500 million laying around to invest, or the 5 years required to build the plant. And so what we end up doing is we end up building predictive models at the intermediate scale as we go from phase 2 to phase 3. And we try and make the claims that these models are going to lay the foundation for what we're ultimately going to release our commercial product from. The nice thing is this is a terrific foundation from which to go to QbD. So in some ways, biopharma QbD has a better history and precedence from which to integrate QbD. The flip side of it is that the elements and control factors that we look at in a biopharmaceutical process are far more complex. Any typical bioreactor or fermentation process probably has 25 or 30 different key variables associated with just the tank design, process design, and characterization step. Refining those down to the 3 or 4 handful of critical parameters is a fairly stringent undertaking. Costs time, costs money, requires analytical insight. It's much tougher to do. But if they can do that and they can leverage the modeling done in phase 2, you can position yourself to really have a very powerful Q8 design space argument as you move your product through the development life cycle.